Well, much of my journey has been a struggle with depression and anxiety due to my chronic pain. It's awfully difficult to have a life every single day with chronic pain. And when you don't have a coach and you just don't have anybody there to really tell you what to expect and maybe what techniques to do, you're really just kind of left out into the wolves, so to speak. I struggled for 17 years with, excuse me, with chronic pain. And my condition started when I was 19 years old. I ended up finding out that my chronic shoulder pain was not an issue with rotator cuff tendonitis due to my sport activities. I came to find out that it was degenerative disc disease. And so for the last 17 years, I have been struggling with the effects of degenerative disc disease. I've had 2 different cervical neck fusions, and during that time, not only have I had to recover from such terrible neck surgeries, but I've been raising a family with my husband. We have 2 wonderful children. And during those years that I was recovering from neck surgeries and in the most excruciating pain of my life, I was raising babies. And I learned so much about heavy thoughts and depression and anxiety. And I also had a career. I was going to school. I'd gotten my bachelor's degree and my master's degree and had a career that I started that I loved. And I had a husband. It's come to a point where it's just gotten exhausting trying to keep up with everything, trying to do everything, and the other part that's exhausting is just not being able to really share who I am in most cases. When somebody asks you how you're doing, it's not like you say, well, actually today I feel really terrible. My neck hurts really bad. My shoulder hurts. My rib cages hurt. And I have a migraine. But I'm still getting through. I mean, you just don't do that. We are programmed to smile all the time and be positive. And if, at least I was, and if you're negative at all, and negative in my mind meant sharing my story and sharing the most vulnerable parts of who I am, sharing that would somehow make me weak or make me negative. And it's only until recently in this part of my journey and my story that I lost my job. We're currently living on my savings, which will run out in a month. During that time, I also found out I had a retinal detachment and needed eye surgery. And in order to have that surgery, I had to be down on my face for 11 days straight, down on my face. Anything that I did had to be face down. So when I ate, it had to be face down. When I went to the bathroom, it had to be face down. If I took a shower, I had to be face down. When I slept, you get it. Constant face down for 7 days. And when you have a neck disorder such as degenerative disc disease and facet syndrome, that makes it very, very difficult. And I hope to share that part of my story someday in depth. But just from a high level perspective, those are some of the challenges that I've gone through, and it's just time. that I share. I feel this calling on my life to share the things that I've been through. And though you might see the smiling face, it's a face of pain. And it doesn't always look like this. You know, there are days when I am bawling and I'm crying, and it just seems as if I don't know how I can go on. But I am proof that you can go on. You can share your story. You can be you. You can be authentic without this fear that you're going to drive people away. And I know pain changes people. Believe me, pain can make you irritable. Pain can make you angry. Pain can make you depressed and anxious and make you want to never get out of bed. I've been there. I've done that. I still struggle with it. And that's why I think my story is so important to share with everybody, because specifically for the last 6 years, I've been able to get myself out of these heavy thoughts and these limiting beliefs, and really get back to a life of joy. That doesn't mean that I don't have days where I'm in so much pain I cry. It still happens, and it will for you too. But I've developed something that is real, something that with real results that can help people. And I think that's the most important thing that I have to say about my story is I've decided that I don't want to waste my pain. God has a plan for me to share with you and with so many other people, that you can have joy in the midst of your pain and any trial that you have. And again, I'll say, it's not easy, but man, you've got to be a fighter. You have got to not want your pain to consume you, to let your pain rule your life. No more. You have to take the upper hand, you. And that's basically what I've had to do, is really just decide that I'm not going to let my pain consume me, that I'm not going to waste my pain, and that I can be somebody's miracle. I know I'm, speaking to myself on many levels, and yes, it's very therapeutic for me. But I just want to encourage people that you can find joy, true joy, on your journey with chronic pain. And again, it doesn't mean that you won't have days where it's difficult, where you may cry because you have so much pain, or where you may just feel overwhelmed or depressed. I mean, that happens. But bottom line is, you're finding joy. You're seeking joy. And you're not giving up, and you're not quitting. And I'm here to help you do that. I'm here to help you not quit. I'm here to help you not give up. I'm here to say the things that need to be said about pain, and about how maybe even we as patients are treated when it comes to pain. I want to impact not only your life on a profound, magnificent, positive level, but I also want to bring pain awareness to the communities in which we live, and impact the pain community, and help physicians really help us, give us long-lasting results, not just take us and put us in what I call a factory. In my experience, it goes something like this. Oh, you need to go see a chiropractor. you must have misalignments. I go see a chiropractor. It's temporary. It helps maybe a little bit. It's temporary. Oh, now you need some injections. Go to the pain clinic and get some injections. I go in for neck injections, nerve blocks. That, I cannot tell you enough how incredibly painful that is for me. Very painful. I call it the torture chamber. I cry every time I have to go get it. It does not feel good. It is torture, pure torture. My husband right now wants me to go get more nerve blocks, and it is tempting because they do help for a while, and for a while I'm pain-free. However, they are temporary and they hurt very badly. So, we kind of as patients get into this, part of this crazy cycle where we're searching to be pain-free. And we go to all these different specialists and they'll tell us what we need to do and how we need to be treated. And each specialist has their own way of treating you. A chiropractor will treat you differently than an acupuncturist, of course, will treat you differently as a massage therapist, and so on and so on. But one of the things I've never had on my 17-year journey with pain, I've never had someone to coach me. Most of all, I've never had anybody to listen to me and build a plan that would work just for me and look at me as a whole person. Pain clinics and other places do not do that. In a pain clinic, after they do an injection or give you medications or make you feel bad because they think you're a drug seeker. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They then want to send you to a shrink. And you know what I'm talking about too. It makes you feel like it's all in your head. And I gotta go talk to a shrink to get my head worked on. Those things never worked for me and still don't. I wanted something different, and that's why I put together my own plan. And that's why I call this seeking joy, because when I put my plan together, that's really what I was doing, was seeking joy. And none of these doctors were going to do it for me. I needed to be my own health advocate. I needed to be my own joy advocate. I needed to be my own fighter. And I think that's the most important part of my journey, is just finally coming to that realization. And no one person out there is going to be able to do it all for you. They're not. Your family, your doctors, and the only thing I can hope for you is that you can find me, trust me enough to help you with this, with your journey, help to develop a overall plan for you, working together so that we can get you real lasting results. This is not about being pain-free at all. It's about having a quality of life and you finding your joy and getting it back. I hope this has served you, and I do hope to share much more of my story more succinctly, and as the weeks go on, I hope that my story can be filmed in such a way that it is inspiring to other people, that I can get my top 3 points across, and soon hopefully I can help you personally. God bless.